Teachers in this school wore bulletproof vests at all times. Right after that, another teacher stumbled out of the classroom in embarrassment. This left the newly hired teacher full of confusion. It turned out that this class was notoriously known as the Devil's Class. The students in the class were all troublemakers who refused to obey any rules. As a result, no one was willing to be their teacher. However, the man still bravely walked into the classroom. He introduced himself to the students as their new teacher, but the students ignored him. They just kept doing things unrelated to studying. Yet the man did not get angry. On the contrary, he even took the initiative to teach the students how to play ping pong. Facing the sudden appearance of a new teacher, the students were clearly unwelcoming. But this resistance meant nothing to the man, because he already had his own special teaching methods. However, during class, the students all looked listless, so the man decided to establish his authority in the class. He made a bet with the students. If they could successfully prank him once within 2 days, he would immediately leave the school. Otherwise, they would have to study seriously. The mischievous students, full of confidence, agreed right away. Soon, they placed a bucket of flour above the classroom door. They began imagining how ridiculous the man would look, but they never expected that he would bring an umbrella. In the end, the ones who suffered were the mischievous students themselves. Yet the students still refused to admit defeat. As soon as the man sat down, they threw things at him. But the man's speed was as fast as lightning. He easily blocked everything with just his umbrella. After school, the boys were still unconvinced. They went early to the garage and put a fake bomb in the man's car. They wanted to see him embarrassed, but the man quickly saw through their trick. Then, the next second, he suddenly heard a countdown sound inside the car. He realized there was actually a real bomb in the car, so he immediately got out and evacuated the students. The students mistakenly thought their plan had succeeded. While they were proudly celebrating, the car actually exploded. This terrified the students because the bomb they had planted was only a fake model. After learning the truth, the man immediately ordered his assistant to check the surveillance footage. However, when the man came to class the next day, the boys already admired him deeply. They promised to study hard from then on. But just then, the girls in the class poured water on the teacher all at once. At the critical moment, the boys stepped forward to protect him. Seeing their plan fail, the girls had no choice but to leave for the time being. Sure enough, when the man returned to the classroom, he encountered yet another challenge.